this is what that right quadrant that we cut off of the upper skirt should look like once we finish slashing and spreading it. So I'll zoom in a little bit. So this is the little tail piece where we started, and then a 3/4 inch distance, and then the next one 3/4 inch distance, and then the next one 3/4 inch distance, and then the next one, all the way until we get to the 19th one. And then there's another 3/4 inch distance, and then this is going to be our new center line for this piece. And it's not going to be only for the center front, we're also going to use the center back. So now what we have to do is use our rulers and curves to smooth this bottom edge. And we're going to start by truing the center. So I'm just going to take a straight edge ruler, and I'm going to line it up with my new center, and I'm going to square past my new center in both directions, aligning it with one of these original pieces. And I could also, just to make sure that I'm squaring it for a long time, I could grab my L square. I need to pull this closer to me so I can see over the edge of that ruler, because I can't see it to see if I'm reaching the bottom, because this L square is so thick. Okay. And then the other thing I would do is, when I get further out in this direction, going that way, I want to make sure the bottom of this ruler is the same distance from this long line all the way. So just to make sure that I'm staying square. This looks like 11 inches. I want to make sure it's still 11 inches out here. So it should line up with these marks that I made. Right? So when I square, it should stay square. So again, I have to move this so I can see the... Okay. So I think I got it. Let me go to my far away cam so you can see. So this distance stays consistent for the rest of the way, and right here in the center we're just squaring it off. I mean, I guess I can draw this line pretty far. And I'll be extending it all the way later. But right now, all that's really important is just this section right here, so that we can deal with the rest of this section. So now I'm going to be zooming in and out a lot, because you can kind of get the feel for it, but I'll have to get in closer for you to be able to see more exactly. So I'm taking this curve and I'm catching these 3 points, and then I'm going to draw a line around that curve. And then I'm going to take another curve and I'm going to overlap that line a little bit, or make sure that it's smooth, and then I'm going to try and catch more of these points. And then I'm going to draw that line, so I'm continuing that curve, and then I'm going to shift my curve and connect from the line that I squared to my curve line, and I'm trying to make one smooth looking curve line connecting all these jagged strips that I connected. So we'll be going below some of the short sides and cutting off some of the long sides, but we're trying to stay as level as possible so that we can create a smooth curve. So now I'll zoom in. So I'm just starting by catching this one, and this one. And I'm doing this in pencil in case I change my mind and want to redraw. So what I have right now is I'm touching this point and I'm touching this point, but I have some space here. So I'm going to try and go a little further. And I feel like that might be too much space. So I'm going to move back. And then I'll just draw this curve. So I'm going from here to here. And let me just smooth this out a little bit. And then I'm not going to start from that right where I left off. I'm probably going to overlap this line a bit. So I'll try and line this curve up with this point, and then see how many more I can catch. So it looks like I'll go to around here. And then I'm not going to start right there. I'm going to come back a little bit with my next, and I'll shift my curve to make it mimic this more. So let's see how we like this. So maybe a little bit more. So maybe I'll take this, I'll do the next one first before I decide, but I'm thinking I'm going to take this lower one and erase this upper one until they blend together right here. And then here is where I scored off to. But I might come back further, let's see. Seems like it'll work pretty well. And then again, I'm just going to draw until I overlap my previous curve. So right there. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with this lower curve. I'm going to erase this upper one. Because they just kind of blend seamlessly together right there. So that looks pretty good. So now I've trued this part, but this is only half of my bottom skirt. Let me see if I can find here. find those photos and bring you back over there. There we are. So I've just done from, like, this is the center back here. Let me get my cursor so you can see it. So this is the center back right here. We've just done from the center back or front over to this little corner right here. Or if we go from the center front, we've gone from the center front over to this little corner right here. So now we have to go from center around to this side seam here. So that's the next section that we have to do. So let's see. I think we'll do that in the next video.